Mm-hmm. Okay, so here we go. So we are with our dear friend DM. Thank you everybody for joining us. And let's go see what we have for you. What is popping on through in the next 5 days? Work and family. Okay. We're going to start off over here. And we're actually going to start off by saying that you're tired of juggling things. You are tired of all different kind of things, kind of going in, kind of going out, things that are changing, tired a little bit of heartache, wanting to take a path, but a clear path. You're looking for a certain focus. You're being more confident within what it is that you want. And you are also feeling really quite more in control. However, I do feel as though there is some type of sadness, or I'm going to say some type of injustice. I feel like it's more injustice than sadness. I feel like there are some people around you who don't necessarily give you what you need or what you want. I don't necessarily feel like they give you the pleasure that you would like to have. And when I say that, I mean it into the way that, you know, we always say surround yourself with people that you care about, people who care about you, people. I just kind of feel like sometimes you're surrounded by people who might not always have the best intentions as much at home or as at work. So that I'm seeing like a little bit of a vibe within the energy, just to be a little bit careful within that. May it be in both places. What I will say for work is you could encounter a situation that's going to actually require a little extra focus, maybe a little bit extra patience also. So while things may feel a little bit kind of so-so-ish, I'm going to say at work, there is a chance for you to showcase your resilience and problem solving skills. So stay proactive and stay open to collaboration because it could lead you to small but very meaningful progress along the way. Hello, beautiful Sierra. How are you doing, sweetie? And happy New Year's to you, my love. And my beautiful DM with family. Family, I said there's a little, something going on over there also. I feel like family wise, there's a sense of connection, but there's also a little bit of that need of balance. I feel like the emotions sometimes they just kind of run high. I feel like that's where most of the injustice is coming from over here. I feel like everybody, not just you, because I know you've got patience. I feel like people around you need to practice patience. They need to practice understanding and boundaries. They need to respect your boundaries. Um, I'm going to say, though, however, look out for a moment that could be good, that could create joy, that could be something that could be fun or interesting, anyways, into a positive kind of a way. Into the following 5 days, family wise, that could actually a little bit kind of straighten the bonds, if you will. So, overall, I'm going to say trust your intuition, stay grounded, embrace the small victories as they do come. May it be coming from work, like I said, with those little challenges, and how you're working onto the resilience, onto the solving skills, you're being proactive, you're open to collaborate. Those are all tiny little victories that end up doing something really good and big at the very end. Um, Same thing at home, working on to the other people being nicer or sweeter or more understanding and you keeping your boundaries. So those are all little victories that amount to something that is quite big at the very ending of it all. So keep working onto that, but keep being very strong within that, and good things will definitely come your way, sweetie. Now, I am going to give you an angel message on if there's anything else that you're wondering about that you would like to know that is more specific, ask me please, and I shall answer you. As for your angel message, you are divinely supported and guided. You need to trust into the process that is unfolding before you, even if it feels a little bit uncertain. Your angels remind you that stability and peace are within reach for you. Focus on gratitude and onto the present moment. It's going to help you attract clarity and abundance into your life. And always know that you're loved and everything is working out for the highest of good for you, sweetie. Thank you, my beautiful Sierra. I appreciate it, love. I hope that things are doing good, love wise, beautiful. Hey, Love Shine, how are you doing, sweetie? Diane, thank you. And hello, Sean. I'm doing good. Thank you for asking. Diane, thank you for the caramel cappuccino, sweetie. I saw some wolves this weekend, Sean. I did. My kids took a ton of pictures. Yeah, they were lovely. So hold on just one tiny second. So please do let me know if there's absolutely anything else. You can definitely get the list, my dear Watson. Just one moment. I'm going to go and validate it. So one tiny second, I'm going to do a little validation and I'm going to give that to you. Here we go. I am going to tell you that Julie is up next. So Julie is definitely next onto the list. Then we have Jasmine. So Julie and Jasmine. Just one moment. Okay, so I've got Julie, I've got Jasmine, I have Zaria, so I have our beautiful smile. After that, I have our lovely Sierra. And we have Love Shine. So the list is the following, Juanson. We have MZ followed out by Jasmine. Then we have Smile. After Smile, we do have our beautiful Sierra. And then we have our lovely Love Shine. Love Shine, you're going to be up in about 30 minutes, my love. Don't know if you want to stick around, come back, leave me questions. As you wish, my sweetie. Sierra, you're going to be up in about, I'm going to say 20 minutes, something of the such. I will leave you a timestamp. Let me just go see if your questions are there, my beautiful. I'm just going to go like this. And your questions are here. So yes. Sierra, I've got your questions. I've got smiles also. I've got to have everybody's questions except for Love Shine. So yeah. All right. Hello, my beautiful Jerlandra. Thank you so very much, sweetie. Are your questions in PayPal? You must have just donated because I didn't see them when I was there. Let me just go see if your questions are there, my love. And we shall add you onto the list, sweetie. Okay, so hold on. I do not have you yet, but I suppose you will be popping up soon. Are your questions into your PayPal, my love? If they're already into your PayPal, you can keep it as is. If they're not into your PayPal, I'll be with you in about 30 minutes or so. I don't know if you want to come back or leave your question. Just let me know, okay? So for the moment, we are going to leave a timestamp, over here for our beautiful MZ, that she is not quite home yet. So MZ is going to be at 11:30, and Jasmine, followed out by Smile, are up next. Thank you, my beautiful Lilith. Let's go and do a pin. Alrighty, so beautiful love. Did you send this to me over here? Where did you send me your questions? They are not here, so they are going to be contained over here. So just one tiny moment. And we are the 7th. I have you right over here. Perfect. Okie dokie. So let's move on forward like that. And here we go. I did. You're a sweetie pie. I actually slept, my dear Julie, from, I don't know. I ended up going to bed. I think it was like 11:30 last night. So I went to bed at 11:30, which is so much better than the time I usually go to bed, which is, 1 o'clock, 2 and more. So I went to bed early for me. And my alarm clock actually woke me up at 6:30 this morning. Didn't really wake up into the in-between. So I have to say it was nice, short, and sweet, but definitely enjoyed. You are a sweetie pie. And strangely, Annelle slept all through the night also because she spent all day sleeping also. But hey. I still have to send you guys some. Maybe I'll post it. Maybe I'll post it into the into the YouTube feed. Maybe that's what I'll do. Maybe I'll post some pictures over there, so everybody can see the experience with the lions. So here we go. Let's go and answer our beautiful Julie. And we do have a full moon this week, guys. Okay. Okay, dokie. Here we go. And let's do that like that. And voila. So, hello, anybody who was onto the other side also. It is nice to see you guys. So, we want to know, does Mike know that you think about it? Okay, we're going to start off with that question over there. And here we go. Buonasera, bellissima. Now, Sweetie Pie, I know that you did send me an email and I haven't responded on back to it, and I will respond on back later. I just have not had the time yet today, but I do have it into my reply on back. So I haven't forgotten about you, okay, Jasmine? I will reply back to what you wrote, Sweetie Pie. I'll try to do it tonight or tomorrow. Here we go. So let's go and see. Oh, by the way, Jasmine, because you just appeared, you're next, okay? You're next, my love. So you're going to be up in about 7-8 minutes or so, all right? All right, so for our beautiful Julie, who was driving safely from home, and don't type as you're driving away unless your car automatically does it. I will, Jasmine, I will. You put a lot of time into it. You put a lot of information into it. I shall reply on back, Sweetie Pie. So here we go for you, my sweet love. What do we have? Does he actually know, into your first question, that you do think about him at all times? Also, does he know that? Let's go and see. Okay. He does, and he kind of feels bad for it because of everything, that he kind of did a few weeks ago. He feels like he needs to put more effort into this relationship because he kind of feels that because you do think of him, because you do love him, because you do send him these beautiful vibes and these messages and these manifestations and all this beautiful energy that he has, he feels like he's not putting enough in. And I definitely agree with him. So I'm going to say Mike definitely does sense your energy, and he does know that he is often onto your mind. Does he know that he's always onto your mind? No. Does he believe that you're often? I'll say yes, that you're often thinking about him, absolutely. But the connection between you is very strong and it is very mutual, even if it is unspoken. So what I'm trying to say is, even though you are thinking about him many, many times throughout the day, he is also thinking about you many, many times throughout the day. It's just that it's into that unspoken kind of a world. So I want you to think about it this way. And it kind of seems a little bit strange to say so, but when you think about to yourself, I don't know, you wake up in the morning, you think about him. Let's say, I don't know, you go and you're grabbing a muffin or a grapefruit and oh, I don't know, for some reason he crosses your mind again, or he's always a little bit into your spirit. It's very important. He sticks around into your spirit and into your messages and into your vibes also. But it's also very important in certain moments, even if you're not necessarily sending him specific messages, sitting down, meditating, wanting to purposely kind of send out those messages. It's always nice and lovely and sweet, even when you're simply thinking about him. You're creating that energy that is being generated, that is slowly being, if you will, followed on through to him. So I'm going to say upon that, Sweetie Pie, that the energy is definitely there. The energy is definitely going on through within the flow. There is absolutely no doubt about it. So to answer your question is, he does not necessarily know that he is always, I'm not going to go into the always, but I'm going to say he does know that he is often, because he does feel your energy. Now, did he receive the whispering? Let's go see, did he receive the whispering? And the other part of that question we will go look at also. All right, so did he receive the whispering? Okie dokie. Did he receive the whispering? All right, did he receive the whispering altogether? Okay, what I'm going to say over here is the whispering altogether. My Ace of Wands is saying a yes. Were you sending him out some type of messages that he needed to take some type of action? I'm just saying, because I'm seeing like a call to action is what I'm getting that he got anyways into the messages or into the whisperings altogether. So I'm going to go and see for the second part of your question. But if your first one had anything to do with some type of call to action, anyways, that's what he gathered and that's what he got. So I'm going to say that the energy that was sent out was onto a deep level. I do believe that you stirred some emotions and some thoughts in all different kind of ways, but I see it as a call of action. So it could have been like, come towards me, make the move, or call me, or text me, or something of the such. Okay. A little bit like you would do in, let's say, an Inception. All right. So. Queen of Wands, getting over here also the Sun, getting your Eight of Wands, followed out by our Five of Cups. As for the other type of energy that you're actually talking about, I'm going to say that it added, okay? I'm not going to say that we necessarily got 100% of what you were sending on it. I feel like we got little vibes and little pieces of energy. It sounds weird what I'm going to say, but it's like if you were trying to give him a cookie and a chocolate chip cookie, all right? And the only thing he got were the chocolate chips. He's missing the cookie part. So I'm going to say he kind of got bits and parts here and there, but did not necessarily get the whole deal altogether. So that's what I'm seeing in regards to that. I do believe that it did kind of spark his feelings maybe onto a higher kind of a level. And it gave it a little bit more energy to the other messages in regards to a call to action, but not necessarily maybe giving or exactly what it is that you wanted into that. That I'm going to say no. But there was definitely some type of exchange that was there, but it was like partial. Let's go and see the feelings for you today. And then we're going to go on a peek at the relationship. Once again, Jasmine and Smile are the following two readings. I know there's others, and we love you, and thank you for your patience. But for the following two, Jasmine, I know you're here. Smile is up after Jasmine. All right, so feelings for you today. Sweetie Pie, it's like we're a little bit letting our guard down. We're a little bit letting our guard down. We're feeling more motivated. It's interesting that we're talking about the call for action because into his mind, he's thinking about a call for action. He's not taking his legs or taking his phone and dialing or doing something, but in his mind, he's thinking about having a call to action. So today, he's into that place where his emotions are very tender. He's into a place where he's feeling more drawn towards you. He feels the type of connection that is very strong into a unique kind of a way. And I feel like he's trying to understand that. And it's a very interesting thing when you think about it to try to understand what that connection actually means and how deep it actually is. And it seems like something that is so superficial when you think about it or when you wonder about it on a very quick kind of a manner. But if you really think about it into a deep kind of a way, there are so many layers to a relationship and to a person and to people combined together that there's a lot of things that are going into play into this. So it's almost like peeling an onion. He's taking one layer at a time and moving on forward with it. But his feelings towards you are loving and caring and sweet and a lot of appreciation. So the bond is there. It is quite alive. It is quite strong. If we move forward to the thoughts onto the relationship, still haven't forgotten about you for the workings. Still have not. Have not. I don't know. I had like a zillion things to do today. Why? I'm basically going to have to say, and I still have like a certain list of things, but I have to wait a few days for the other things. Everything was closed during the holidays, and I kind of have like a list of things that I got to do, but I had to wait for places to be open. Anyways, so that's why I had a zillion things to do amongst other stuff. So here we go for you, Sweetie Pie. Wanting to take the heartache away from you. Our Two of Pentacles is coming on in saying, you know what? I don't want to juggle. I don't want to juggle anymore. I'm tired of juggling with my feelings all over the place. I want to make steady progress. I want to nurture this relationship, but I do want to do it step by step. So I feel like he's considering different kind of ways to work through his feelings to show that he has a desire to build something meaningful with you. And I like the fact that he kind of actually kind of pinpointed something, like wanting to show to you that he has that desire. That I like. It is something that he has thought about, that he has wondered about, but has not necessarily done. So if he could actually just kind of put this in motion, well, this would be perfect. I would absolutely love that. But at least he's onto that motion of, I want to build something meaningful. I'm thinking of doing, everything as such. So I'm going to say relationship wise, he's wanting to put the efforts into it. Still not completely ready, but at least he's pinpointing the different type of actions that he actually should be taking towards it. If we look at his progress on overcoming his fears and taking actions towards you in the relationship, and I know that at the very end of this, I know that you did send another donation in, so I'm going to go and check that on out. I think it has to do with fires or something, right? You guys are kind of hit by, it happens every year, doesn't it? Yeah. As for his progress on overcoming his fears and taking actions, he's into that, making that steady progress in overcoming his fears. He's starting to recognize his own patterns, which is nice, recognizing the patterns, and he's slowly building that confidence to take that action. While it might not 100% be completely visible at this moment, his inner work is paving that way for that deeper commitment and that beautiful clarity into your relationship. So it's a beautiful work in progress, my sweetie. I love the fact that he is starting to recognize his own patterns. That is nice. Like they say, you need to figure out where the problem is, and then you need to acknowledge it, and then you can fix it, right? This is it. That's where he's at. He's acknowledged it. He's recognized it. So the next step is, let's try to mend it. Let's try to fix it. So it's going to be important for you to stay positive. It's going to be important for you to stay patient, because your connection is definitely moving into beautiful ways. The energy is moving into the right direction. So let's not forget that along the way. Okay. Now I'm just going to go and see your other question, which is right here. Jasmine is next, followed up by Smile. Okay. Anybody who's into that area, please do stay safe. Anybody who is close to any type of wildfires, I will not say where you guys are living, but yes. No, I'm going to say let this one go. I like the interest. I see where this is coming from. I like it. I understand it. But I say let it go. Just let it be, sweetie. Let it be, let it be, let it be. Why? Because it's not going to change anything into your connection. So just let it be. We want to keep the interactions there. We want to keep them at a slow pace, because we want him to know that you're respecting his boundaries. And so if he has anything to say that is very important, worry not, he shall let you know. Or if he needs any assistance. For the moment, I'm going to say keep it the way that it is. If ever it gets really close, or they talk about some type of evacuation in his town, like close to him, then I say absolutely. But for the moment, it's still a fair amount of way, even though it's fairly close, it's still a fair amount of way. So I'm going to say for the moment, we need to just kind of let this ride. And we need to hope and wish for everybody involved and everything this such that it does not get closer. But for the moment, I'm going to say a non-action is important, because it is not going to change anything into your relationship. It might actually even just kind of create like, are you watching out, or are you kind of spying on me kind of a thing, because you're kind of a little bit keeping track of maybe where this fire is or what's going on with this. So I'm going to say just let it be. Let it be for the moment. It is the best thing that is going to be there. If it gets any closer, then it will be a different type of situation, and it will definitely be worth it to reach on out. But for the moment, we need to keep it over there. Hello, beautiful Abigail. How are you doing, sweetie pie? Let me come on over and give you some messages, sweetie. At the same time, I'm going to come and see what we have over here. I do have our beautiful Jerlander who has popped on through. I do also have our beautiful Stacy. Stacy, I hope you're doing better today. Anybody who is onto the waiting list, please do be very patient. I shall be with you, beautiful souls, quite shortly. So Stacy, I've got you. Jerlandra also. Stacy, I do want you to know that you're going to be up in about 30 minutes or so. If you want to leave and come back or leave your question, that is entirely up to you. If you want to send me your question by email, you can do that too. Or come on back in about 30 minutes. I just don't want you to be upset at me if you wait for 30 minutes. All right. My beautiful Sierra, you are going to be up in about, I'm going to say 10, maybe 12 minutes or so. And I will leave you a timestamp, my love. Thank you for coming on back, sweetie. So here we go. I am getting over here for you, my beautiful. What are you seeing into me? Sometimes I do not necessarily know who I am at this moment. Nobody understands me but you. I cannot quite come to you at this moment. I hope that you never leave me. And I do want you to know that I do feel quite lonely. And look at that. I can't stop thinking about you. Kind of reminds me of what we were talking about. So my beautiful love, I'm sending you much love. If there's anything, whenever you get back home, please do let us know. All right. In the meanwhile, here we go. Let's go see our beautiful Jasmine. Hello, my beautiful Elaine. You shall be popping up on my screen quite soon then, sweetie. Thank you, my love. Hello, Susan. How are you doing, sweetie? There you are, Stacy. I see you now. I'm sorry, I was into other stuff. All right. I see you, my beautiful Elaine. Thank you, my love. I do pop on in every once in a while, just not always. I do. It's just between the PayPal and the emails, I have stuff a little bit all over the place. So here we go for Jasmine. Here next. Jasmine, here we go. I did want to go and open up Smile. So up next is Smile, Sierra, and Loveshine. Loveshine, if you're around, please do post your questions or let us know if they're the usual questions. I'm going to go and see if you are into my mail, but I do not believe that you are at this moment. Okay, so Jasmine, here we go into the meanwhile. I do not have a Loveshine over here, so. You started work again with Gigi. Okay, hold on. Okay. Let's go and see what we have. So what do we have? Let me just go see if Loveshine is around. Okay, she's not here yet. Okay, perfect. So, sweetie, buonasera, bellissima. Andiamo a vedere. Let's go on to see what is happening for you into your first question. So, yeah, you continued, Jasmine. Okay, but what, you did a little twist to it. Oh, okay, it's back. I see what you mean by that. All right, I got you. Well, let's go see what we've got into your question number one. So, why did Gigi follow you and your students upstairs? Let's go and see that. You've been getting what? You've been getting bullying a lot, Abigail? I don't know, sweetie pie. You need to contact whoever it is that you can upon that. If you're bullied online, you need to report, you need to contact. If there's anything, you can always contact the police or you can contact school, parents. There's a lot of things you can do, sweetie pie. Yeah, I'm sorry, sweetie. Yeah, okay, but that doesn't mean that. That doesn't mean that you deserve any of that, sweetie pie. That just means that they are weak. That they are weak and you are strong. Don't let them get to you, my beautiful Abigail. Do not let them get to you, sweetie pie. They are weak and they shall pay for what they are saying to you at some point in time, my love. Do not believe what they say. As for you, my beautiful Jasmine, here we go, sweetie, okay? Why did Gigi follow you and your students upstairs? It kind of seems like Gigi is trying to subtly kind of stay around you, so into your orbit, I'll put it that way, and make his presence known. I feel like following you and your students upstairs, even after the actual, potty break, might have been his way of being near you without directly actually engaging. So the return of your playful kind of coworker likely added a little bit to the dynamic that Gigi noticed, and he might have been a little bit observing you and kind of interacted with others along the way. So kind of an interesting little twist. You had a fun little day, I can see. Let's go and see what the dream. Let's go see what the dream is all about. I will not mention the actual question, but your question number 2 is about the dream. I'm going to go and peek at it. So what do we got into this dream, sweet love? I'm actually going to have to say that this, dreams, basically speaking, are a lot reflecting onto the subconscious, not just this one, basically speaking. But now this one seems to be more onto your thoughts, onto your feelings. So sitting onto this person's lap and the physical affection actually symbolizes the desire for closeness, because it is a lap, it is close. It also does kind of talk about unresolved tension between you two. So this is definitely indicating to you that your mind is processing all these mixed signals. Like, they're just going all over the place like crazy. And your mind is actually kind of processing at the same time the different type of interactions that you guys have had. I kind of feel like it's blending curiosity also along with boundaries. So, and it's an interesting little twist that's actually going on there, sweetie pie. But basically, it's your brain that is trying to figure out things, if you will. And it's also a want. It's a want for more closeness and everything of the such. Trying to figure out things at the very same time within those feelings. Now, in 3, how does the distance and the return, yes, of that woman kind of affect him, right? Okay. Hold on. I'm going to say that your distance altogether is likely causing Gigi to feel a mix of curiosity, frustration, a little bit of self-reflection. I feel like he may be questioning why you've maintained this avoidance, especially after the long break. And the return of the priority lady, if you will, is adding complexity to the emotions. But your consistent distance is making him feel a little bit unsettled and even a little bit intrigued by your intentions. So it's an interesting little twist of faith in there. I'm going to say we're definitely intrigued by you, sweetie, but there's definitely a certain complexity within his emotions that are arriving because of the priority lady that we are talking about. Honestly, he doesn't understand exactly what you're doing, why you're doing, or where all of this is going. Will Gigi ever approach you about your distance, and how might that go? There's a chance, but I feel like if ever this person does, I feel like they're going to do it into a certain amount of time where it will make sense and it will just be that right moment in time. I don't necessarily feel like they're going to pinpoint a moment and say, okay, like sometimes we think through ourselves, this is not going well. I've got problems with this person. Tonight I'm going to talk to them. I'm not quite seeing it that way. Kind of feel like if it's the right thing at the right moment, then this person's going to start talking to you about something and figure something out. So if it does continue for a certain amount of time, eventually this person will address your distance. But like I said, it could take a certain amount of time because it's not something that we're planning. It's something that's going to happen whenever it happens. And that's pretty much what it is. So a little bit like onto the fly, if you will. He could be a little bit waiting, I'm going to say, for the right moment, but I feel like he's also, more than anything else, struggling with how to approach the conversation without appearing defensive in any kind of a way. But his main issue is that he's stuck into that place of curiosity, but he's also stuck in that place of a little bit of self-protection. So I'm going to say if ever he does actually come on closer to you, what should you do? Stay calm, stay grounded, focus down to your boundaries, and focus what you actually want, the outcome of this interaction. Be clear, but be kind, right? So if he asks about your distance, you could frame it as focusing onto your own professionalism, maintaining your own boundaries, and then it's not about him, it's about you. You're doing what you need to do, and it has nothing to do with him. You can expect some defensiveness because he may initially kind of react a little bit defensively, but still staying composed is going to help kind of steering the conversation into the right way that you want it to be. So basically, I'm going to say that your decision to maintain distance is a good way to preserve your energy and to avoid unnecessary complications. But definitely don't play the game because then that's going to kind of, give the offset. It's going to give the complete different. So if this is your goal to preserve your energy and to avoid complications, perfect. But if your goal is to kind of spike him and get something from him, then you're definitely going to get something at some point in time, but it could become a little bit complicated along the way. So I'm going to say for the moment, trust your instincts. Let Gigi's actions and words reveal a little bit his intentions over time, my love. Yeah. Lilith. La, la, la. What are you? Oh, you booked for one more reading. Perfect, my beautiful Stacy. Thank you, my sweet love. I am not on Love Shine. I do not have Love Shine's questions. Lilith, you are pointing some fingers up at me. You're texting. Yeah, that's okay. That's all good. Alrighty. All right, my beautiful Stacy. I'll be with you soon, sweetie pie. It's cold here, Sean, sweetie. It's been really friggin' cold. We've had like -20, -25. It's been cold, sweetie. It's supposed to get a little bit warmer into the following days, so that'll be okay. Buonanotte, bellissima. Buonanotte. What, Elaine? What? I just said it's cold. Yeah, no, it's really cold. It's really, really cold. But I heard the weather guy today say that on Thursday, I think, which is really not far, it's going to be like -4 or something. So that's pretty darn good. So yeah, getting better. It is what it is. We cannot control the temperature. We just have to live with it. So if you don't like it, I say stay inside. I can't do anything about it. If it's going to be -20, it's going to be -20. I could definitely decide that I'm not going to go out. All right, so Smile is next. Now, I can see that everybody's a little bit wondering where they're at, what is going on, and everything of this such. I know that Juanson does have a list, and I know that his list is nice and correct, but here we go. I know, stupid cold. I would say another word than stupid, but I like your twist onto it. I am with Smile at this moment, moving on forward to Sierra. Then I'm going to see Love Shine. So, yes, that's it. There you go. Thank you, sweetie. Hey, my dear God, you took it away, sweet one. So, Smile, Sierra, Love Shine, Dralandra, Stacy, and Elaine. Elaine, at the moment, you're still my last year, my cherry, my whipped cream, and everything of the such, sweetie pie. Did it snow? Did it snow in Roma? I don't know, sweetie pie. You know what, my beautiful Jasmine? When I met my ex-partner years ago, it had never snowed where he lived except for like once when he was a little boy. And when I was there, it was so friggin' cold. I don't know, it was like Elsa or something. It actually snowed and it was actually really cold. And the following winters when I was there, it didn't always snow, but it was cold, so cold that the pipes, they have very old pipe systems, right? They were frozen. People's waters, seriously, the pipes were frozen. People weren't able to get water through their house anymore. They were bursting. Like, it was chaotic. That being said, it does not happen all that often, but I'm going to say lately, the last 10, 15 years, it will actually snow maybe 3-4 times, but it leaves quickly. Yeah, they're really quite funny, Elaine. When they start, they don't have shovels. They use their witch brooms to, they are like witch brooms. Yeah, to remove the snow. It's kind of funny as a Canadian to see them with their brooms. But yeah. I feel bad for them because If it's snowing over there, it means it's crazy humid and it's cold. All right, so let me go and see for Smile over here before I have to give a new timestamp. A beautiful Smile. First of all, I do want you to know that I did reply back to your email. I did send you something. There's not that much into it, but there is precision upon what it is that you were asking me for. So that is good. That is sent out. Please do check your email, my love. I will be continuing to do the workings onto the upcoming full moon that is coming on up this week. Well, into the following, I think, 5 days. So I will be working onto that. Into the meanwhile, let me come and see for your questions over here, sweetie pie. So are you going to hear back into your question number 1? Here we go. Are you going to hear back? Thank you, everybody, for your beautiful patience, sweetie pies. The following questions are not as long, so I should be with you guys a little bit quicker, okay? What is my favorite thing to do at tarot readings? I like them all, my beautiful Abigail. I do tarot, I do witchcraft, I do pendulum, I do all different kind of things, sweetie. I just love it. Nothing in specific, my love. I just like the energy that goes and that surrounds it, sweetie pie. Tarot is something that ends up kind of overpowering you. You think about it, you wonder upon it, you see synchronicities all over the place. It's an interesting place to be into, Abigail. That being said, my dear, oh my God, I just almost got logged out over here. Are you going to hear back from them regarding Yam? So next week by Monday or Tuesday, I'm going to say no, sweetie pie. They're actually trying to push things off as much as they possibly can, sweeties. So I'm going to say no for the moment. Not right away. I'm going to say perhaps into the following 2 to 3 weeks, but not really before. Either they don't have all the information or they're kind of trying to push you off a little bit more. So no, not by Monday or Tuesday. Following 2-3 weeks, you might even have to actually run after them a little bit, sweetie pie. No, they're not doing it this month. No. And even next month, yeah, no. I'm actually going to have to say into this one, sweetie, into my mind, I'm seeing more around the month of March or April. So I'm going to say March or April, and I'm definitely going to have to say you're going to have to run after them. They're not going to be that easy, and they're not going to be that giving and not that quickly. They're definitely going to make you wait for it, sweetie pie. So I'll say March or April from the energy that I see at this moment. Hopefully it'll be pushed on forward and you'll get it before, my love. And as for this week, you're going to have to wait for them for a good 2-3 weeks. And you're probably going to have to kind of, call them up, text them, send them an email, try to see where all this is going, kind of push them a little bit into the back, because otherwise things are going to take a certain amount of time, sweetie. Yeah. I'm sorry, my love. I know. Let me give you an angel message, sweetie. And like I said, for the workings, I will be doing some more for you onto the full moon. And please do look into your email, sweetie, okay? Hello, my beautiful Anna. How are you doing, sweetie? You can definitely, sweetie pie. We still, for the following few days, we still only have PayPal, my love. Yes. Angel message for you, sweetie. Embrace your light, my love. The angels want you to know that you are surrounded by love and divine guidance. They encourage you to trust into your inner wisdom and into the decisions that you are making. Even when the situations feels unclear or challenging, know that you are onto the right path. Take time to nurture your soul by focusing on gratitude and self-care. Know that your energy radiates so much more brightly when you're aligned with your true self, my sweet love. So trust into the divine plan and allow love and light to guide your path, sweetie. Yeah, you're not last. You're not last, Elaine. It's already done, sweetie. You don't want to be my cherry? Hello, my beautiful Julie. Absolutely, sweetie. Nice to see you are home and safe. I'm going to go and see our beautiful Sierra into the meanwhile. So here we go for Sierra. Sierra is going to be, I'm going to put at 48 minutes. I'm going to go and get your questions. Up next, the following readings are Loveshine, Dralandra, and Stacy. Then it is Elaine. All right. So that is what we have for the moment. Sierra, let's go and see what's happening. And here we go for Sierra. To become the, yeah. All right, sweetie. They're selling it because they want to purchase another one. They want to purchase a big one, a bigger one. Is there anything happening, my beautiful Sierra, by the way? Do you have any idea if your ex wants to have more children? I'm just asking into my gut feeling. I feel like they want to buy something a little bit bigger. And I feel like for some reason it is related to family, like making the family like a little bit bigger. I'm not saying that she's pregnant. I do not believe that she is, but I kind of feel like it might be something that they're interested in. Thank you so very much, my beautiful Anna, sweetie pie. Anna, I'm going to go and see if your questions are in PayPal. Just one brief moment. They are not. So we also do have, after Anna, we do have our beautiful Susan. Anna Lynn, would you like to come on back, my love, in about, I'm going to say 30 minutes? Or would you prefer to post your questions and we'll leave you a timestamp? Yeah, well, you can do different things, Anna. You can post them here. You can send me an email with your questions, or you can come back in about, I'm going to say 25 minutes or so, and it'll be your turn. So any of those, email here into the chat or come back. You'll get your answers in about 25 minutes, my love. And thank you for your donations, sweetie. So, Sierra, my sweet love. Yeah, so let me know about that, Sierra. If you have, you might not know about it because I don't see why the ex would actually talk to you about this, but for some reason there's a little something that is kind of going on through into that. Yeah, so let's go and peep into it. Okay. So there's different things that are going on, okay? I actually feel like I said there is a little something that is going on into that they might be thinking about kind of making their family a little bit bigger. So, but at the same time, I feel like they want something that is different. Perfect. Could Lilith or Juanson please post my email to Anna into the shorts feed, please? And thank you, loves. Anna, no problem, sweetie. Thank you for sending them to my email, my love. And thank you, Lilith and Juanson, sweeties. Sierra, it seems like Jay and his wife, thank you, Lilith, sweetie. It seems like Jay and his wife, they may be selling their house due to different type of financial changes, but I feel like they want to have a fresh start. I feel like they want to have a little bit bigger. I feel like they want to have a little bit into a different neighborhood. I feel like for them, it's a transition. It's a shift in priorities. They might be thinking about actually having like another child. So this is what I'm seeing over here. These are going to be the main reasons that are popping on through. Now, when is that actually going to happen, right? Now, I'm hoping that whatever you did into your question number 2, if you know the difference into the colors, right? The white, the gray, and the black. If you did white, it might not happen. It could, but it could not. If you did gray or black, then chances are it will happen, but it might take more than one shot for it to happen. That being said, The type of working that you did, which is a candle type, they do require patience. They can be really quick, but they can be a little bit slow too. It's going to be important over here for you as you're doing this to work in alignment so that you guys can both kind of move on forward with it. I'm actually going to have to say, depending on the type that you use, it is going to depend a little bit on to S's willingness to grow and to kind of go into that universal flow of the energy, if you will. I feel like you should be able to start to see some small changes within the following, and please don't hate me, 6 to 8 weeks. 6 to 8 weeks is going to be my answer. Then I feel like you're slowly going to start to have different type of transformations, but for the whole outcome altogether, I'm actually going to say you're probably best to do it again onto the full moon. Probably a good repeat another 2 times would be a good idea for you. And you should be able to have a full transformation within the following, I'm going to say, several months. So you should start to see changes within the following 6 to 8 weeks. And I can already hear you when I said several months. I can hear the words into your mind, sweetie. I can't say them on YouTube. They're not nice. But I will say for you, you can definitely try to speed up the process by doing it, a couple more times here and there. Always continue to focus onto your intentions and trust into the process, my sweet love. So it will take a little bit of a time for the full completion. I'm going to say probably June, maybe even July. But for things to start kind of appearing and switching on up for you, I'm going to say the following 6 to 8 weeks, my love. So it's not too bad. It's not too bad, sweetie. Let's go and get some messages over here for you. Love Shine is next. Jerlandra and Stacy. I want to hold you. Oh, geez, Louise, into my arms. Let me pick up this one. That it evaded. Okay. Well, let's continue. You are my light at the end of the tunnel. I don't know which feed you're going to be listening to this on. Probably this one. I remember the day we met like it was yesterday. I do want you to know that I do love you so very much. I want you. I'm yours forever and ever. And let's switch it on up. Let's go over here with this one. And here we go. You are my happily ever after. In your embrace, I do find my peace. You are my heart's deepest desires. With you, I am my truest self. In your arms, I shall find my home. My beautiful love. Stay strong and get those candles out for another 1 or 2 tries along the way, sweetie. I'll see you soon, my beautiful Sierra. Love Shine is up next. And do we have a Love Shine with us? You're going to be back later. You're going for a nap, Elaine. Elaine. I'm going to say 7, 10, probably about 15 minutes or so. Louis dort. Elle n'est pas levée. Elle doit pas avoir le doigt à sortir. Okay, I'm going to say in about 20 minutes, my beautiful Elaine. Ouais, t'es supposée venir après ses lunettes, mais peut-être qu'elle avait des d'abord. So 57 minutes is going to be for our beautiful love. I'm going to shut off the shorts feed at this moment because it's done its purpose. There's nobody there, so I'm going to shut it off onto that side, okay? So here we go. This one is being shut off.